On the other hand, if one is never born, one never experiences any positive mental states either, joy, love, sexual satisfaction, etc. However, if there is nobody to experience these positive mental states, I challenge any any viewer here to suggest how this can be a deprivation for the person who never came into existence. Okay, so let's look at the following analysis of the relative merits of being born as opposed to the relative merits of not being born. Okay, so scenario A. You are born, you experience both pleasure and pain throughout your life. You die. Okay, so pleasure experienced, yes. Pain experienced, yes. So what can we say about this? Well, we can say that being born was partly a good thing for the individual due to the pleasure they experienced in their life, so we can award that a +1, and we can say that being born was also partly negative for that person because of the pain they experienced, so we would give that a -1. So we have a +1 and a -1 for being born. Now let's look at scenario B. You are not born, you never came into existence, end of story. Okay, pleasure experienced? No. Pain experienced? No. Now then, what can we possibly say about or on behalf of this non-existent person? Well, we can say that he/she never experienced or will experience any positive mental states. That's surely a bad thing, right? Wrong, wrong, wrong. Existence precedes essence. If there is no person to experience any deprivation of positive mental states, how can we possibly say that a non-person has been deprived or robbed in any way by not having been brought into existence? I don't think we can. So, as a result of this, it would be wholly inaccurate to describe the non-existence of a person as a negative thing for the non-existent person in terms of not experiencing the good things in life. Sure, we can most assuredly state that being a non-existent person is not a positive thing either in terms of not being able to experience positive states, which is an obvious outcome of their not being born. However, this does not give us license to make the opposite claim either, that somehow not being born causes a deprivation to the person who was not born, as they would miss out on the positive things that life can potentially offer. Clearly then, not being born is neither a positive nor negative thing in terms of the inability to experience pleasure. It is clearly neutral. Now, let's look at the pain that a non-existent person avoids by not being born. He never comes into existence, so he never experiences any pain. That is a good thing, +1. But wait, I can hear you forming objections to this even as I speak. Surely, you may object, if nobody is born, how can the lack of experienced pain be a good thing, as there would be nobody to experience the total lack of pain? Well, my answer would be simply because of the fact that we can legitimately compare the suffering a person experiences in his or her life with the lack of pain he or she would have experienced if he or she had never been born in the first place to experience that pain. We can always say to somebody who was born, I'm going to make you rue the day that your father ever laid eyes on your mother, shortly before torturing them to death. But we cannot say to a non-existent person, feel deprivation, non-existent person, feel deprived. Experience the deprivation of pleasure and weep for the lost opportunity you had to experience the wonder that life would have had in store for you if you had only been born. So we have a +1 and a -1 for being born, and we have a neutral and a +1 for not being born. Now, I'm not a maths whiz, but existence does not seem to stack up well against non-existence when you frame it within Benatar's formulation. Okay, so that's my first video, so I would recommend you to have a look at my second video. Okay, bye for now. Peace.